Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wedaways, Getaways, virtual FAMs for wedding planners in place of all the wonderful FAM trips that we had to cancel for 2020, but are going back on schedule for 2021 when the world opens up and we can start flying again, which we can't wait to do. I'm Renee Strauss, co-founder of Wedaways with my wonderful daughter, Pamela Goldman. We are a dual-sided marketplace. Wedaways.com is a search engine for luxury properties around the world that cater to the wedding and honeymoon markets. And our Virtuoso affiliated travel agency is led by Pamela and her team. And we work directly with wedding planners as well as couples directly around the world to facilitate all the travel needs that they have for their weddings and their honeymoons. On Thursday this week, July 2nd, we are kicking off webinar series number 2, The Wedaways Advantage, Travel and the Business of Weddings. This is a very important webinar series where true wedding planner entrepreneurs come to get better at what they do. And the reason we say it like that is because when we collaborate, when we merge our capabilities, we all gain better strengths. And as entrepreneurs, we are looking to move forward and progress together. So you do not want to miss this wonderful webinar series. One lucky wedding planner is going to win 3 nights and 4 days with breakfast daily, a dining experience for 2 spa treatments, and an in-room amenity by our wonderful sponsor, Viceroy Hotels and Resorts. We feature 4 Viceroy properties on Wedaways, and you have the choice of which property you want to go for that wonderful win that we hope you get. Whoever's listening to me right now, we hope you're the lucky winner. Today we are going to 2 beautiful places in the world, Lake Como, Italy, and St. Barths. We have the Sereno Hotel Group. They have all 3 properties, and both Carolita and Gabriella are here with us today to present. Pamela is moderating. If you have any questions, shoot them into the Q&A or the chat box. And if you can't get your questions in during this webinar, don't worry, we are always available. We are happy to take your questions at any time. We'll send you answers in the follow-up that will include a link to today's recorded webinar and more, all about Thursday. So ladies, welcome. We are thrilled to see you, and we can't wait for flights to open back up. How are you?
We're doing great, thank you.
Wonderful.
We're so excited.
Yeah,
great, Renee, thanks.
Brava. Okay, well, we're going to start. I think we're starting in Lake Como with Il Sereno. Is that correct?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. We're so excited to be talking about our beautiful properties. My name is Carolita. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for Sereno Hotels. And with me, I have Miss Gabriela Murgia. She's our event director. We both work with all 3 properties that we're gonna walk through today. I'm just gonna share quickly my screen so that you can see the presentation. Here we go. Perfect. So.
Gorgeous.
Oh, sorry. I had an issue. Give me a second. Can you see my screen now?
Can you see the screen?
Okay, give me a second. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. So quickly about Sereno Hotels. As Renee mentioned, we have a property in St. Barts and 2 properties in Lake Como. We're gonna quickly start with Il Sereno. Sorry, we're gonna start with Villa Pliniana, sorry. Okay. So, Villa Pliniana is a 16th century Italian palazzo. It has 18 waterfront acres in Lake Como, 10 to 17 bedrooms. It has a lovely spa and a swimming pool, helicopter landing pad and boat dock. It's equipped with the latest technology. We also have 2 big ballrooms, 3 parking spaces, both indoor and outdoor, a lovely billiard room with kids amenities, and of course the service by Il Sereno Hotel and the catering by Bertona Lago. So Villa Pliniana is a buyout property. So the only way to do a wedding at our property is to take over the entire property. As I said, it has 10 to 17 bedrooms. The ballrooms are stunning, as you can see. It merges really the old school art with the new contemporary design by Patricia Urquiola. This is the piano where Rossini composed the Tancredi opera. So as you can see, it is full of history, the villa. It has very nice gardens. Of course, the pool and the spa that I mentioned in the beginning. The bedrooms are to die for. Every bedroom has a view to the lake. And they're very modern, equipped with the latest technology. So even though it's an old palazzo, it's really been renovated to the latest standards. So you will rent a villa, feel very at home, and also have the services of a 5-star hotel, because our hotel, which is next door, is servicing the villa. So that's very important. Here is the bathroom, all in marble. And Gabriela is gonna explain now why you should celebrate a wedding at Villa Pliniana. Why do you think we should celebrate a wedding at Villa Pliniana, Gabi?
Yes, so welcome everyone. My name is Gabriela Murcia, and as Carolita mentioned, I'm the event director for Sereno Hotels. And we have many reasons why Villa Pliniana is the perfect spot for weddings. So the first thing is that Villa Pliniana is the most private villa in Lake Como. It was built in 1573, and it's so secluded and so private. It's built into a rock. It means that it's so high at the level of the lake, which makes so private. And when you're there and you're partying and you're having a party, nobody will see you. There's no paparazzi. That's why it gets chosen by the people that really, really want to have a secret spot for the wedding. I would say also that one of the most important features of Villa Pliniana is that it's the only location on Lake Como that has no music curfew, both inside and outside. If you know Lake Como, you know that there's a lot of limits in terms of music. You should stop the music at 11 or at midnight, while at Villa Pliniana, because it's so secluded, it's an 18 acres property, you can party all night and the mayor won't come and tell you to turn off the music. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
The other best part of Villa Pliniana is that it's in Torno, which is a small village, just 15 minutes from Como. I live in Como myself. It takes me just 15 minutes to commute to work every day. So it's so easy. You are in a very beautiful place, but not far away from everything. This also means that you're just 45 minutes from Milan airport, which makes it very easy, especially for international flights. Another best feature of Villa Pliniana is that it's managed by Sereno Hotels. What this means? It means that you get the same 5 stars luxury service you would get in a 5-star hotel. This means housekeeping, concierge, chef on property every day, all the meals served, waitress, butlers. We have a lifeguard if you want to swim in the lake. We do have maintenance people available all the time. There's also myself, which I will be following, not just the part of, doing the contract, but I get in contact with the guests before their arrival, and we schedule the itineraries, we plan the wedding together, and I'm also on site during the event. We also get to be lucky enough to have a Michelin star restaurant service, because we just got our first Michelin star right after the opening. And you will see, if I may share my screen with you, I'll show you a little bit of the spaces that we have. So these are just some of the events that we've done. Of course, We cannot show everything, but we do have a gorgeous terrace. So we just have a gorgeous open space, and this could be used, for example, for the aperitivo right after the ceremony. This is a perfect spot. This, for example, we covered it for a wedding. So we're a little afraid of the weather, not a problem. We worked with the professionals, and we were able also to cover that part with the marquee. This is a gorgeous loggia. This part is usually used for the ceremony itself. Behind the loggia, there's a gorgeous waterfall, which is called Pliniana waterfall. And that also Leonardo da Vinci in early 1400 came there and studied the waterfall himself and wrote about it. So it's really a magical place. As you can see, there's a breathtaking views. It's gorgeous. This area is also used for bands to play or for the after party cocktails. This is a view that you see from the gate of the garden, because there's a very spacious garden. We can host up to 300 people seated at dinner. So we've done many big events, you know, like those big families, 500 people weddings. We've done that. And we also have 2 gorgeous ballrooms. This is just extra space you can use. Usually the ballrooms, because the weather is so nice, are used for like the after party, where we have the music or we have the couches. We make it more as like a lounge, but we can also, of course, dress the ballroom for the sit down dinner. These are just some of the events that we've done. And this is the gorgeous garden I was telling you before, that can either be used for ceremony, for dinner, and we can cover it with a marquee. So really a lot to do. Perfect spot. Another great feature of Villa Pliniana, as Carolita mentioned, is that it has 17 bedrooms. This means that this is not just your wedding location and your wedding venue, but this is also your villa where you stay. So your immediate family, your friends, about 34 people can sleep in the property and can enjoy. So you can rent it for as many days as you like, and you can also use it for your stay. These are pictures of an amazing event that we've done with Dolce & Gabbana. They did an amazing event on the lake, and we were their favorite spot, and they selected it for their closing party. So this is Villa Pliniana seen from the lake with beautiful view and the fireworks. As I mentioned, no music curfew, so it's the perfect spot. And huge pier. So what happens? You want to maybe have the ceremony on the opposite part of the lake? No problem. You just catch one of those big ferries, one of those big boats, about 200 people, and you bring the guests at Villa Pliniana all at the same time. So no one is getting there late, and you can have your grand entrance. You can start off with the aperitivo, and you can start off with the party.
Perfect.
If you have questions about it, you can ask me later at the end of the presentation or now, as you prefer.
Righty, I will quickly share my screen so I am in control.
Pamela,
Okay.
questions? Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Okay, are we continuing with Villa Pliniana?
No, we're switching over to Il Sereno, which is next door to the villa.
Okay, next door to the villa, and they're the ones that service Villa Pliniana.
Yes,
It's that stuff.
exactly.
Okay, so they're under the same umbrella. Wonderful.
Yeah, and we're very excited because we reopened last week after not being able to open in March. So we're very happy to be back. So it feels really good. Some light on the end of the tunnel. We actually have quite a lot of bookings right now, so it feels really good. So as I said before, this hotel is next door to the villa. It's quite new, as you can see. The style is very different from what you can find in Lake Como. It's actually the only contemporary property on the lake. It has 30 suites only, and every single suite has a lake view. It comes also with the only infinity pool on the lake. You will also have the Michelin star restaurant, Bertona Lago, lake level, and all the lobby areas. In fact, all the areas at the hotel have a stunning view to the lake. So you will feel that you are always connected with the lake. Location-wise, Gabriela already mentioned, we're on the same village in Torno, so very easy access from Como and Malpensa. And you can actually take the ferry boat to our village as well. So this is our infinity pool. So the idea of this hotel is to bring something more relaxed to the lake. So you don't need to wear a tie for dinner. You have lounge area by the pool. The pool is heated all season, so it's actually full. Not full of people, but people really use it all season around, and that's really nice. The interiors are very contemporary, but I like it because it doesn't feel cold. It's very cozy. The designer, Patricia Urquiola, she uses all kinds of natural materials, a lot of floor-to-ceiling windows. So it's really a tank view to the lake. It feels almost like you're in a boat. Sometimes we get those comments. It's very airy, and it mixes the connection with the lake with the unbelievable design, as you can see from this staircase. So she uses walnut wood and copper a lot. You will see it along the presentation. This is our wine cellars, and here we can do private wine tastings. The rooms, as I said, we have 30 of them. All of them are facing the lake. The smallest room is 60 square meters, which is around 650 square feet. And all of them have a terrace to the lake. So you will never pick a wrong room because all of our rooms are stunning. The largest room is 2,000 square feet. That would be the penthouse. And if you're lucky, you even get a view of the lake from your room. From your bathroom. So here's an example of the terrace, and I love these wooden panels because you can move them along with so they create shade, and when you're in the water, the building is constantly changing because these wood panels move. So it's really cool. Here's the penthouse with a 180-degree view of the lake. This is the Darsena suite, which I love because it has its own private entrance to the lake. So you can practically swim from your suite.
Wow.
The bathroom, the design is really clean, fine lines. It's equipped with the latest technology. The lights go on when you go in. It even has those Japanese toilets. It's really stunning.
The Toto toilets that go.
Yeah. And then, of course, our restaurant. As Gabby said, we really got the Michelin star just when we opened. It's a really lovely setting because you're basically on the water. Even though it's a Michelin star, it's not stiff in the way that you don't need to wear a jacket, or it doesn't have like white tablecloths. It's very like modern in the way, more of a relaxed luxury. We have a bistro menu during the day, and during the night we can have a more sophisticated fine dining tasting course. But it has a lot of different areas, so you have the full outdoor terrace. You can actually arrive by boat. And new for this season, we're offering a picnic kit that you can get Michelin star picnic by the boat. So you go on a boat ride and you get a picnic. But you can see basically you are on the lake. You hear the small waves, you can hear the ducks. It has a semi-outdoor area, full outdoor area, and then the indoor area, which has stunning views, of course. The food is Italian, very nice. The chef cooks very healthy also, which is good to know. So it's Italian, but a bit more modern. The spa is by Valmont, is also located by the lake. So here it's constructed in the old Darsena where they used to store boats. So it has really a connection as well with the lake, even from your treatment room, from the relaxation area. And here quickly, I can just comment a bit about the events, because Il Sereno is not really used for the weddings. It's more a supplement for Villa Pliniana. We have neighbors, so we tend to create here like the rehearsal dinners, the brunches, more of event days or not too loud of events. So we have done, for example, here a dinner under the stars. We have done barbecues. So that's basically all about Il Sereno. As Gabby said, we work together with Villa Pliniana, so the same staff serves both. We have had people that have done a buyout of both properties. So then you ensure that you practically have both properties for yourself. You can even hire the boat, so you create a shuttle in between properties. You can do some events at Villa Pliniana, of course, the big party there, but then you can do other day events and cocktails and so forth at Il Sereno. If you don't have any questions, I can jump to the other side of the world.
I'm not sure if we have questions.
We do have some questions, and I think we should answer the questions for Lake Como, and then we'll head over to beautiful St. Bart's. The first question is, what is the minimum night stay for a buyout at Villa Pliniana?
Can I answer, Carolita?
Yes, of course, Gabby.
I'll answer. So there's not really a minimum stay in order to have an event there, but considering that the property is very big, we recommend to take it for 3 days, because once you have such a big property, you would need at least the day before to set up and the day after to dismantle. This is why we created a fee, which is a 3-night fee, and you get the villa for 3 nights with all the 17 bedrooms, with the breakfast included and the venue.
Fantastic. And would the minimum night stay coincide with Il Sereno? So if it's a 3-night at Villa Pliniana, is it also a 3-night minimum at Il Sereno?
Yes.
Fantastic.
It's worth to mention that we have had in the past day events, but not so often. Like when people decide to do a wedding, they really want the feeling of having your place to sleep as well.
Exactly. Plus they need a place, they need accommodation. So they would have to get rooms anyway. And, you know, for them to, and with the fact that there's no music limit, these are usually parties that goes up until 6 a.m. So at the end of the day, they end up taking the rooms also.
Absolutely. And we would always suggest to have both properties in tandem, because that's going to be the best guest experience. And you can also sleep a great number of guests. Just to let our planners know, if you have more than about 85 to 90 guests at the wedding, we will source alternative accommodation beyond Il Sereno and Villa Pliniana, but we will always start with Villa Pliniana and Il Sereno as a buyout property, because that's the perfect combination.
Yes, easy to arrange, you know, same staff, same operations. So it's, you know, much, much easy.
Absolutely. And about the food, can you cater to different dietary requirements by either our planners bringing their own chef in or your chef tailoring the menu?
Yes, absolutely. So we've done different type of weddings. For example, when we get the kosher, or sometimes we get the Indians, or just, you know, someone that really likes that chef because it's their personal chef, they want to take it with them, or maybe they went to their sister weddings. Oh my God, the food was so amazing, we want that chef at our wedding as well. So of course, the main operation of the restaurant would still have to be ours. It means that our chef will supervise, the staff will be ours, the beverages will be ours. But for sure, if the guest feels comfortable bringing their own chef, we've done it in the past. So it's just a matter of working together, their chef partnering with ours, supervising the menus together, and it works perfect all the time.
Perfect. Love that. And that beautiful small boat that we see in the pictures on Lake Como, is that Il Sereno's boat that can be used for the wedding couple to ride in on?
Yes. So in terms of boat, we have several. So we have 3 boats that are just exclusive use of Il Sereno and Villa Pliniana. And we have one which is called Vaporina, which is a riva boat, wooden boat designed by Patricia Urquiola that has a captain. That boat is usually used if you want to take like a 4 hours tour on the lake, go all the way to Bellagio, go out for lunch, or just arrive in style the day of your wedding and take pictures. And then we have 2 small boats that have small engines that are still riva, and these are so much fun to drive because you don't need a license to drive those. So guests can just rent those boats and go around for an hour or a couple of hours. But Pamela, we've done several weddings, and all the times we have like 6, 7, 10 boats. So of course we can get as many boats as the guests want because we work with vendors on the lake. So depending on their needs, of course, there's a possibility to arrange different boats.
Fantastic. They're so beautiful in all of the pictures. And just to let planners know, of course, we can organize excursions in Lake Como. There's wonderful things to do in the area. So it's so amazing and easy to make it a whole 3-4 day wedding weekend. And guests just rave about that kind of experience. So thank you so much, ladies.
We really recommend to use the boat. That's something that every guest should do. You know, enjoy the lake by boat. It's completely different than if you enjoy it by car.
Yeah. I just want to share really quickly my screen, which I usually do at the end. It's going to stop your screen share. Are you finished with your presentations in Italy?
Yes.
Oh, so let me just show you really quickly that on can you see my screen? Are we screen sharing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so here are a couple of the boats. On Wedaways.com, we've got all the pictures of Villa Pliniana and Il Sereno. And I just have to share that our home screen on our website, we're very proud to have Villa Pliniana. It's a gorgeous picture, and we have many images from many places around the world, but it is our very favorite image. So we want to let you know that we appreciate that, and it's perfect. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. We are there.
Yes.
We're so honored.
Well,
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can unshare my screen.
Alrighty, maybe I can just press share and I rob it from you.
There you go. Rob away. Go for it.
Alrighty, so here you see a final shot of boating in Lake Como on the sunset. So let's move forward to...
We're going to St. Barths, everyone.
St. Barths. Alrighty, so St. Barths is really close to my heart because I used to live there, and I lived there for 3 years. And I worked for Le Sereno on property, and it's an island that has it all. It's really French. It feels very French, and the minute you land, you feel like you are in the French Riviera with a Caribbean twist. It's very safe. It takes basically 45 minutes to drive around, and it combines everything. So you have great shopping, really nice nightlife and restaurants. The beaches are gorgeous and they're never crowded, and the nature is stunning. So it feels a bit like hippie chic, which I love. Le Sereno undergone a renovation because we were very hard hit by Irma. So when we reopened after Irma, we reopened as a completely new hotel. But we kept the spirit of Le Sereno because it was a design that people loved. So if you have visited Le Sereno before Irma, you won't see much difference in the terms of the style and the design. It's just that it looks really nice and updated. So our hotel is very intimate. It is also part of leading hotels such as Pliniana and Il Sereno. It has 39 rooms and 3 villas. Almost every room has a view of the turquoise water. The designer is Christian Lier. He's a very famous Parisian designer. So it's all about minimalism. He says that the true art is outside the windows, and you will see how he designs. The interiors are very simple, and it's maximized to the views. We also have a nice Ristorante Al Mare, which is managed by our Italian team in Lake Como. So we brought the concept to San Barts, which feels really good because we have staff that is working on both properties, and that's very much appreciated. And then what's also very nice is that you have a large number of activities without leaving the property, because we are located in a marine reserve for sea turtles. So you have access to all kinds of water sports. But let's review the property where it is located. So it's in Gran Cul-de-Sac. If you know Guanahani and Barthélemy, we're in the same beach. So it's just 10 minutes by car from Gustavia Airport. We're the only hotel also offering a VIP service at San Martin Airport. So the minute you land, we have a member of our hotel at San Martin Airport helping you to transfer over to San Barts, which is really helpful. So main points of entry are San Martin Airport, which is a 10-minute flight, or a 45-minute flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So if you're flying from the US, that's very convenient because on the way back, you do customs in Puerto Rico and you don't need to do customs in Miami, New York. That usually takes a lot of time. Puerto Rico is really fast. So that's good to know in terms of how to get to the island, because I'm sure you will get a lot of questions from the guests and the wedding couples about the location and the access. So this is the property. What I like to show here is that the majority of the rooms have a sea view because we're parallel to the water. We don't have a lot of garden rooms in the back. The property is spread across parallel to the sea. So here is the view from the reception. As you can see, we have a huge deck. And also we have a very private pool that I will talk about more now, which is here. We're the only private pool on San Barts, meaning that other hotels, they open the pool for outside guests. We don't. Our pool is only for our guests. So we really say that it is really an oasis of serenity. San Barts is a busy place. You have lots of things to do, but we really want, when a guest stays with us, to feel the serenity, the privacy, and feel really at home. So we really cater high-profile people looking for a low-profile experience. That's a bit our profile. If I jump back quickly, this is the picture of our beach in the marine reserve. So if you can see there, there's a reef. You can walk all the way out from the beach to the reef because the water is only up to your waist and you have access to all water sports from here. The restaurant, open air restaurant, perfect for celebrations, for a nice brunch, for a wedding dinner. You don't need to set up a tent, very easy. We even have a feet on the sand area where we can do a barbecue, a rehearsal dinner, but Gabby will speak more about that later. The full moon is stunning, and that's something you should keep in mind when you're planning a wedding in San Barts, especially at Le Sereno. Full moon nights are to die for because the full moon reflects on the water and it's so romantic, and the light is really nice. So our rooms, 39 rooms, the majority of the rooms facing the ocean. The design is very sleek, very white, very simple, but very sophisticated at the same time. We have a few rooms with a bathtub on the garden. This is the Grand Suite Plage. The room we have the most of is super spacious. And what I like also about these rooms is that they're very private. So you can lay on your terrace and feel really privacy and enjoy the views. We have a few rooms also with a private pool, and this kind of room can also convert in a 3-bedroom room or a 2-bedroom room. This is called the Villa du Pêcheur. Some couples like to have this room, the wedding couples. Others take over the villa that I'm gonna show you as well. So apart from these 39 suites, We also have a few big villas, 3 of them. So this entire picture you see here is one villa. It's very large. It has almost 8,000 square feet. It has 3 main bedrooms and an extra 4th bedroom. It has stunning views of the ocean. It has its own entrance from the road if you need so. So you can enter it from the hotel or from the road. Of course, a pool, gardens, living areas. We have done a few cocktails here for the family if they arrive before the guests and they want a few days before, we can arrange a private celebration on the villa. Even the after party can take place on the villa. We have done that. We did that for a USA bride. They were very, very party. So we had to create an after party in the villa. It's fully staffed, of course, because it's part of the hotel. And then just quickly, we have a shop that is an Italian shop. It's by La Rusniani. This is new for the year, that's why I mention it. And the spa is also completely new. We had to rebuild it completely, and we took time to do it bigger than it was before. And we still have our lovely spa cabin facing the ocean. The brand we use is Valmont on all properties. Here's a picture of the La Marine Reserve. So it's really a nice place because even though maybe you're not doing water sports, you're sitting on the pool and you're seeing everyone on the lagoon. So it's not like, hi, I'm going fishing, I see you tonight. You know, you see everyone. And that's really nice. You can practice paddleboard, kite surf, windsurf, scuba diving, fishing. You can have jet skis, everything departs from this beach. And it's very safe also for kids. You have a few restaurants on the same beach, so you can walk to other restaurants. That's very, very nice. And also worth to mention is that St. Barths is a very social island, and you can create events around the island also. It's not an island where you stay at the hotel for a week and don't move around. No, 100% of our clients, they rent a car, they go one afternoon to Nikki Beach, they go one night to Bonito, they go another night to dance at Leti. It's really a very social island, and people like to explore it, and that's good to take into account when you're planning a wedding, that people are very curious about what's happening, because the events and the parties and the nights there are really fun, so they would like to explore further. And now I'm leaving the presentation to Gabby so that she can explain why Le Sereno is the best place for a wedding in St. Barths.
Okay, so the focal points is that for sure it has private beach right in front of the hotel. So if you want to do like a ceremony on the beach, or just having the cocktail right after the ceremony, that's perfect, because you have it all just for your party. And then Le Sereno especially is renewed because it has the island's best wedding pool deck, which is the largest. So it has this very, very big deck, palapa style, and usually we use that for the dinner itself and also for the after party. And then the other feature is that all the common areas of the hotel are located on the properties. So, you know, you have it all. You have all the different spaces where you can organize the different parts of the party. And then, as Carolita mentioned, it's very private. The pool is just for the guest in house. And I would also like to add that considering Le Sereno and Il Sereno are both a seasonal hotels, especially for the restaurant, the staff that works at the restaurant, the Michelin star restaurant at Il Sereno e Le Como, in the winter when we close the hotel, they go to St. Barths. So this is amazing, because it gives us the opportunity to create continuity between the properties, and to have that high level standard, because our chef, which is the Michelin star chef, is able to bring his staff with you, and that creates really, really strong bond between the team, and we can deliver events. Because I mean, when you have this type of location that are seasonal, sometimes the staff changes every year, and you know, things are not really well organized, but we give this opportunity to the staff. Even myself, in the winter, when I don't have events in Villa Pliniana, I go to St. Barths, so I'm able to manage there. I'm very lucky.
Oh, yeah.
We are very lucky, but it really gives us the opportunity to also build connections with the guests, because it's true. There's some guests that come to Lake Como in the summer and go to St. Barths in the winter. So we have the repeaters, and it creates an amazing energy, because you go to a place that you know that it's working, and it's not just open a week before and they pull together a team and things are not working. So I also think that this is a great part of the whole process.
Yeah.
May I ask a question really quickly? What is the average stay for leisure guests on St. Bart? Is it a week?
Like
I would say
4 days,
4 or 5
more.
nights.
I'm just curious.
US is a bit shorter because it's very near, so they tend to come like for a long weekend. Europeans, when they come, they prefer to stay longer.
Wow, look at that picture. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So we have the largest pool deck on the island, and we are the only one that can host so up to 300. So that's good to know. We have done everything from very small to very large events. Gabby, do you have anything else to say about this photo? Do you want me to move forward?
I mean, we've done everything in this deck. We even covered, remember, Carolita, when we covered the pool and we made it a dance floor?
Yeah, with the glass.
So, yes, we covered it with the glass. We made it a dance floor. So it's
and
really,
an aisle. We did an aisle as well.
Yeah, you know, you can play with it. You can do a lot. You can even do the ceremony itself there. But really, I mean, and also the fact that it's in a cul-de-sac, which is an area which is, you know, it's a lagoon. It doesn't, you know, yeah, there's the wind, so of course you can do a lot of water sports, but at the same time, with the fact that we've had this amazing covered roof for the restaurant, it's perfect if you wanna eat there, because it doesn't get too windy in the evening and you can have the party with no problem.
Well, it's a very versatile property, because you really have it all on the same place, as Gabby said, and the Palapa restaurant that's half open is really great for an event, because you feel really connected with the ocean, but you have the roof on top. But you don't feel indoors, so it's great.
Yes.
And that's it we had for some Barts.
That is a beautiful finale photo. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do you need a permit for the fireworks?
Yes.
You arrange the permits though, correct?
It depends, but we usually work with somebody locally that help us with the permits. And good to know also that the periods that we usually do the weddings, very popular period is May, June, October, November. But the good part of some bars is that the weather is very good all season. It's a quite of a dry island. It's not like other islands in the Caribbean. So you're safe, you know, all year round. Depends how much you want to pay. If you don't have a limit, you can do it in high season. But if you're more cautious about the budget, then May, June is excellent period, because the winds are soft and it's very sunny. And October, November is very nice because it's the start of the season and everyone is pumped. The island is like on fire. So that's also a good period.
Absolutely spectacular. Just spectacular. The 3 properties under the theme Sereno, which is in English serene. So you get that wonderful serene feeling in both Lake Como and on St. Barths, which is just remarkable. Do you have a lot of staff housing on St. Barths if you're transferring everybody from Como to St.
Yeah, we have a lot of staff housing.
Yeah.
We have a few staff housing near the property, and then we have a few houses around the island. But that's also, I mean, it's a big selling point that our staff is working for all properties, even like Gabriela, that she can manage events all over. And it's nice to have one contact person for all properties. And the chef, he works for both properties, our restaurant manager also. It's really helpful, and it's very effective way of working.
And you don't
guarantee a nice level of service, as Gabby said, because you don't need to rehire people all the time.
I don't know any other hotel group that does that, actually. And we work with so many groups that have so many properties, but that is just a genius way to work, and very thankful and lucky that the company is able to do that, to be able to send everybody.
And the staff really likes it, because they create, we had a pool guy that started in Lake Como, then he went to San Barths for the season and met with guests that after followed him back to Lake Como, and he was, you know, they create a connection, and also they feel like they're part of something big. They both work in Italy and San Barths, so it's a nice thing. It's good for everyone, both sides.
And what about the borders and all the flights right now? I know there's restrictions for Americans to go to Europe. What about St. Barths? Is everything open yet?
St. Barths is quite open. The problem is that the hotels are not opening up because nobody is really allowed to leave the country. I mean, the island is COVID free, but like the people that are supposed to come, they don't want to fly so far away now. You know, they choose right now to do small trips. There are some requirements. They're actually changing it every week. There's a new requirement, so it changes a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything from so many places.
And that's why I think all of the hotels, like the only one that was gonna be open, just said that they're not gonna open because there's new different regulations every week. But I think this will, in a few months, everyone is set to open on October. We're opening October 28th. In Lake Como, we're open, and we're seeing a lot of European people. I think US will take some time still. I think it will start picking up in August, September. But before, I don't think we will have a lot of people from the US.
We had in 2020 2 fam trips scheduled to go to Italy. One was more in the Tuscany, Rome, Tuscany region, and then the second trip was Florence, Lake Como, and actually we were considering going up to the Dolomites. We were going to stretch it for about 8 nights, 9 days, and then of course closed. But with the good fortune and luck on our side, when we arranged the next trip to come to Italy, God willing, in 2021, we would love to be able to include the 2 properties of Villa Pliniana and Il Sereno on our tour. That would be really fantastic, because to see it in person, I'm fortunate enough, I've been to the properties, but it's something quite magical and super elegant, super elegant. Yeah, it's a real treat, and the food is divine. Obviously, everybody knows they take the chef from property to property. So, Pam, do you have any questions?
I'll just mention that St. Bart's is such a chic destination for a wedding. It does have that kind of relaxed feel, but it doesn't compromise the chicness or the elegance at all. Yeah. It really is a destination. When you say St. Bart's, your guests already, stand up a little straighter and know that it's going to be a fantastic experience. Yeah. And this property is the most beautiful and has so many opportunities for wedding events, lovely excursions on the island as well. And I believe when things start opening up, towards the end of the year 2021, there will be a little bit more access from different points in the United States as well, which will be easier to get to the island. We have a question about renting a car, which I can answer. You already mentioned that 100% of your guests rent cars, which we also advise. In the event that they don't, does the hotel have transfers?
Yeah, we offer complimentary transfers to and from the airport, but if you want to transfer around the island, we're not allowed to use our own cars. You need to call a local taxi, but they're really nice.
Yeah, they are. They're fantastic.
And and for weddings, we have a really good contact also that shuttles everyone around in minivans. It's really convenient.
Fantastic, thank you. And can you once again tell us the seasonality of the property?
Yeah, so St. Barts opens from late October to late August. So we only close 1.5 months or 2, depending on the season, for hurricane season. And so does the entire island. So there's no point of going to St. Barts September and October because almost everything will be closed. So it's a fair long season. I mean, end of October to end of August.
Perfect.
And Lake Como,
the Lake Como
the season in Lake Como, we open March to October.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you so much for presenting these 3 stunning and very different properties. 2 amazing options that Lake Como is forever a dreamy destination, and Les Sereno, just amazing, beautiful island destination. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And maybe we have a few more properties to come, so stay tuned.
Oh, the inside scoop.
You never know.
Wedaways. Wow, that's exciting. Okay, well, whatever you open, we'll have to include in the next fam trip.
Of course.
Okay, well, listen.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely.
Yeah, well, Gabriela and Carolita, thank you very much. The properties are gorgeous.
Thank you.
And anyone else that's listening to the recording later, we appreciate you taking your time. This Thursday, July 2nd, we kick off the Wedaways Advantage, Travel and the Business of Weddings. And that will be moderated by industry insider Kristen Seaholm, who's got lots of years of experience in wedding events and hospitality, a wealth of information, and we look forward to seeing you. Everybody, take care. Let's open those borders and start flying.
Yes, we're gonna wait for you here in Lake Como. Ciao.
Yeah, we'll be.
Ciao.